Good afternoon. This is Sarah Honeydew with JNS Biblical Productions on October 30th, 2016. 3 years after Congressman Anthony Weiner finished in 5th place in the race to be mayor of New York City in 2013. He received 4.9% of the votes. We are here to find a solution to the sexting scandals that have surrounded Mr. Weiner since he resigned from the 9th District in New York City. Here to explain himself is Anthony Weiner, former candidate for mayor of New York City.
Thanks, Sarah. Great to be here.
Here's some wieners for you, Mr. Weiner.
Well, Mr. Weiner, rather than discussing political arguments, as you're not here to be elected for anything, we would like to discuss a religious viewpoint on why your scandals caught up with you.
I lost the race for mayor because I didn't talk loud enough about what I could give that New Yorkers want. My main platform was to improve health care and remove the private insurers who skimmed 30% in overhead and profits.
Well, Mr. Weiner, I am not going to debate healthcare with you. I'm going to ask you about your personal behavior on the internet and what you can do to change it.
I said I was sorry. Both my wife and family was supporting me. I made this statement on TV, and you can quote me. Pictures get manipulated, and pictures get dropped into accounts. We asked both an internet security and a law firm to take a good hard look at this, reach a conclusion, and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mr. Weiner, please. We're getting way off subject. I want to talk to you about the behavior after you've resigned from Congress. You were still sexting while running for mayor. Do you have any idea how that affects the people around you, your wife Huma, your campaign staffers, and your constituents?
Miss Honeydew, running for office is rough. You have to have a very thick skin. That's the nature of campaigns. Nobody's perfect. I have to stick to my message about the GOP playing games with the debt limit.
Mr. Weiner, do you understand what sexting does to your political image as well as to your verbal messages?
Yeah. Well, I think you're making too much of my private life. The conversations with women and my emails are not what the voters are interested in. I share my computer with Huma, and she's an aide to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and there's thousands of emails on it from then. Do you think anyone cares about that? Now, I invited one of my supporters here today. I think she can give you the right slant on my campaign.
Well, can you tell us who she is and why is she necessary to your campaign since your campaign is over?
Well, I think she will add some light on the subject of why I'm always being attacked when I've done nothing really wrong. This is Sugar Buttercup. I met her on Facebook. She works at the Booties Sports Bar.
Hi there. These are from our wiener stand that we opened in front of Yankee Stadium.
Oh, thank you. Well, Miss Buttercup, do you know anything about politics or his stand on Medicare and the debt ceiling?
No, I don't. Medicare is way over my head, as well as the debt ceiling. But I can tell you that Anthony is a real nice man. He compliments me on my boots and my stockings. He makes me feel real special. He is hot.
So now how do you know all of this if you only communicate on Facebook?
Well, we text each other every day, so I know he understands what a woman needs.
Uh-huh. Mr. Weiner, your problem is connecting with the voters. Could you tell us what you're going to do to try to change your image with the people of New York?
What? So maybe you want me to kiss more babies and help old blind men across the street? It's the media that are the problem. Like that guy from NBC who kept badgering me with, "What's wrong with you?"
I feel like I need to make a point. Sugar Buttercup, you are nothing but a sleaze and a slime. And you are not helping Mr. Weiner's campaign with that dress or your sexting. In fact, When's the last time you took a shower?
That's insulting! I bet you're no Virgin Mary yourself.
No, but at least I haven't lost my marbles.
You are humiliating, insulting, and ridiculous. I'm leaving.
Well, Mr. Weiner, I think you may not understand that your lack of impulse control and your addiction to sexting may be impairing your judgment. This is a very risky business for someone running for public office who is in the public eye.
Those expressions come from psychiatrists. They're empty phrases. They don't know what politics is like. I have to be in the public eye. I need attention to get elected. Who is he that's without a camera on him?
You know, I have never heard anyone running for election who has to be so self-important. You forget who's watching. What about your lovely wife who's working for you, or the people in your campaign office? The bimbo, Lisa Weiss, says you were texting her 5 times a day. And what about the wannabe porn star from Indiana, Sylvia Leathers? You are destroying and crushing the people around you.
All right, enough. Let's turn to Jesus for the truth. Look at what he said in Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5, verse 27 to 28. But I say to you that every man who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery in his heart. Here is Jesus on Sermon on the Mount in chapter 5.
Oy vey. But that was 2,000 years ago from the Sermon on the Mount. Times have changed.
So you think, just because it's 2016, and I said those words in the year 35 or so, you don't feel, for some reason, that these words apply to you? Let me remind you of what I said in the end of the parable of the fig tree in Luke 21:33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And in Matt 25:30, I said, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, for there shall be a weeping and gnashing of teeth. And in Luke 12:21, from the parable of the rich fool, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God. And in Luke 14:11, from the parable of the place of honor at the table, for everyone who exalts himself will be humbled.
But Jesus' words will never pass away. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, he said, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart also be." That was also from Sermon on the Mount. I'll go ahead and say it in my own words. A person's life is a reflection of his heart. Where is our treasure? Where is our hearts? Where is our focus? Are our eyes focused on the seen or the unseen? Who or what are you serving? Transform your heart to focus on faith, to serve God, and repent of your old ways. Invest in God's gifts because they are eternal. This is Sarah Honeydew for J&S Biblical Productions saying good afternoon.